Hello. So, something really beautiful happened this week. One evening, I was pondering to myself, what would I have really liked to have been told when I was a young person? And my favourite sentence is, I've got this, it's okay, I've got your back on this. And so I thought I'll just put this on Twitter because I like to tweet a lot about things and see what other people think. And I said, what would you like? And I was totally unprepared for what happened, which was that the post, well, in my world, went viral. So many people wanted to answer the question, what would I have liked to have been told when I was a child or a young person? And the thread went on and on and on and on, and I'm still picking up stuff, and it's still spinning as we go within and we think about what is it that we really wanted to know that we weren't told. And the thread became this very heartwarming list of relational service provision, parenting, opportunity, education, all the people in the lives of a child or a young person who have an opportunity to make a difference with just a few words. There were some that were very repetitive, that were repeated, that came up a lot, like, it's not your fault. If we understand anything about how children interpret the world around them, it's not surprising that that's something that can carry into adulthood. I certainly had that experience myself. This deep, deep, deep feeling that somehow I must have done something terrible or something wrong. Other ones were just, I love you, I'm sorry. Some of the really, really challenging ones to read were around safeguarding, really. And some were just heartwarming, just absolutely heartwarming. And it made me think as well about this thing around independence and how much we expect and assume young people and children to do, to cope with. How do we untangle those narratives? And I was thinking a lot about leaving care work, having been a young person who came out of that system and having been a practitioner working in leaving care in the 90s. I'm very aware that we are really operating now with young people on a very practical level in leaving care. And I was thinking about when you tell somebody who has experienced trauma, a side effect of trauma is independence. I'll do it myself. I will do it myself. I don't need you. And that can often be what we're hearing from young people when we're working with them. But if we're not curious and we're not careful, then we miss all the stuff that sits underneath, that is not okay. And we have an opportunity to think about what that thread would look like for the adults that those children are going to become. So I just wanted to share that really with you. I'm going to put the thread link in the bottom of this post, and you can have a read for yourself. But I think it's really important that we remember that what we say matters. We have an opportunity every time we speak to somebody, particularly a developing human, to impact them and that narrative that they will take into adulthood in a positive way or in a detrimental way. And when we want to say things, but we don't say them because we just assume that other people are saying them, just remember that other people often aren't saying them, that young people aren't hearing those things. And I think the power of I'm sorry is so vital in relationship building, known as repair. It's the repair element of the ruptures that happen to us all the time. So there we are. Wishing you a lovely day. Check out the thread, have a little look, add some yourself. Thanks.